Hey guys, today we're going to learn about one-step conversions. So our objective is to convert between different units of measurement, and this is page 66. Well, one way we learned already to convert between different units was by making a proportion. So here is another method, and you're going to need your chart. So first of all, I look and see, okay, I'm given 4 feet and I need to figure out how many inches that is. So whatever you start with, you put right off the bat right here. And you could also think of this over 1, okay? And then you look at your chart and say, okay, if I'm trying to get from feet to inches, well, let me look at my chart. Where does it say it? Oh, right here. 1 foot is 12 inches. So I'm gonna put that information on here. Now it's important, whatever you started with, that unit goes on the bottom. So if I start with feet, I need feet to go on the bottom. So feet and then inches is what I'm getting to. And since 1 foot would go with the here and then the 12 inches, the 12 goes up here. Now, remember, I can pretend like this is over 1. Well, now it's like I have 2 fractions. So I just have to solve by multiplying. I'm going to multiply everything. Also, you can think about this. A foot is relatively large and an inch is much smaller. So if you're going large to small, you multiply all. So 4 times 12 would give me 48. 1 times 1 would give me 1. And that's the same thing as just 48 inches. Okay? There's a little chant that I'm going to show you. And that's one way that can help us when we're doing this. So like I said before, if you have large to small, your hands are already going in. So you just keep them going in and you cross them. And you multiply all because it makes the time sign. If you're going small to large, your hands are already going out, so you keep them going out. Divide, like a fraction, division bar, and take charge. So again, ready? Large to small, multiply all. Small to large, divide and take charge. All right, so let's look at the next one. So we have pint and we have quarts. So if I think about this, a pint is relatively small and a quart is a little bigger. So we're going small to large. My arms are going out. I know I'm gonna have to divide at some point. Divide and take charge. Okay, so let's see. I'm starting with pints, so I put 36 pints. And remember, I can put that over 1. Then, since I started with pints, I know pints goes at the bottom, and I'm going to quarts, so quarts goes up here. So now I look at my chart and see what it says about pints and quarts. And it says that 1 quart is 2 pints. So 1 goes with quart and 2 goes with pint. And then I just multiply straight across. Yes, I know I'm going to multiply, but you see why? 36 times 1 is still just 36. I'm multiplying by 1, so we're not counting that. 1 times 2 is 2. See, to find my actual answer, I have to end up dividing. Whereas here I didn't because 1 was on the bottom, so it's the same thing as my numerator. So I'm going to end up dividing, or you end up dividing these because the ones kind of don't change, don't affect the answer. Okay, so 36 divided by 2, well, that goes in once, and that goes in 8 times. So that would equal 18, and the pints cancel out, so I'm left with quarts, which makes sense because that's what I'm looking for. So this would be 18 quarts. Okay, let's try another one. So weeks and years. Well, week is pretty small and a year is much larger. So small to large, divide and take charge. I know I'm going to divide. So first of all, now this isn't on your chart. So this is one thing that I would memorize just in case you need it. And 1 year is equal to 52 weeks. So that used to be on the chart that they provided for you, but it's not anymore. So I would just know that. So again, we start with 130 weeks. We just put that over 1. Whatever I start with, those units have to go on the bottom, and then what I'm getting to goes on top. And right here, 1 year is 52 weeks. Again, it doesn't really matter that I'm multiplying across because the numbers don't change. This is just 130 times 1. And this is just still 52. Okay, so now really what I have to do to solve it, I have to divide because I went small to large. Divide and take charge. So now I need to divide this. So 130 divided by 52. That would go in twice. 4, that's 104. And then I subtract, and that's 6, and that's 2. Add a decimal and a 0. All right, well, that would make sense to go in 5 times. Let's double check. 52 times 5, 10, 25, 26. So that would be 5 times, which is 260. All right, so that would equal 2.5 years. Okay, next one. We have meters, which is relatively large, compared to centimeters, which is much smaller. So large to small, multiply all. I know I'm going to end up multiplying together. So we start with 15 meters. I can put that over 1. I know I started with meters, so it goes on the bottom. And I'm getting to centimeters, so it goes on top. I look at my chart, and it says that 1 meter is 100 centimeters. 1 meter, 100 centimeters. Then I need to multiply straight across, so that just leaves me 1 on the denominator, and up here, 15 times 100. Well, that's 1,500, and again, just come over down here and multiply it out just to make sure. 0, 0, 5, placeholder, 0, 0, 1, 1,500, yes. Okay, and that would be centimeters, 1,500 centimeters. Okay, next one. We have yards to feet, okay? Well, a yard to feet is large to small, multiply all. So we have 9 yards, and since I'm starting with yards, it's going to go on the bottom, and I'm going to feet, it goes on top. Okay, and I look on my chart, and it says that 1 yard is 3 feet. Well, 1 times 1 is still 1. So 9 times 3, that's 27 feet. So this would be 27. All right, now last one. Seconds to minutes. Well, seconds are really small, minutes are larger, so small to large, divide and take charge. I know I'm going to end up dividing on this one. So let's see. 27,000 seconds, put that over 1. I start with seconds, so seconds goes on the bottom. I'm going to minutes. I look on my chart and it says that 1 minute is 60 seconds. So that's the same as 27,000 divided by 60. So let's divide that. Okay, so it doesn't go in there, it doesn't go in there. It does go into this, and if I think 6 times 4 is 24, so it must go in 4 times, and that would be 240. 0, 3, bring down a 0, 6, well that would go in 5 times, because that is 300, and then don't stop, because you still have 1 more 0 to bring down, so 60 goes into 0, 0 times. So that would be equal to 450 minutes. Woo! Okay, so once you get the hang of it, it's actually a really cool tool. You're always multiplying straight across, but because you have ones here, they're really, if you're multiplying large to small, multiply all, you're going to end up multiplying to get your answer. And if it's a division one, then you're going to have something on the numerator and something on the denominator, so that you're going to have to divide to get your answer. Small to large, divide and take charge. All right, guys, keep practicing, and thanks for watching.